Hey guys, I just wanted to share some of my story with you. I have a long history now of thyroid problems. So after we had our third baby, I was just kind of having postpartum symptoms, and then my older two came home sick from school, and so I went to the doctor to find out what was going on, to see if I had maybe a sinus infection or something. And in doing that regular exam, he found a nodule on my thyroid that was enlarged. At that time, I didn't know anything about your thyroid. I had no clue, so it was a shock to me. So, kind of fast forward, we went through a lot of testing and everything, and each test led to another test. And at the end, the surgeon that they sent me to decided not to do a biopsy because he said either way that side of my thyroid needed to be removed. Whether it was cancer or not, it just needed to be taken out. So the plan was to go in and take out the right side of it and then test it. And if it was the kind of cancer that showed up immediately, which would be papillary cancer, then they would remove the rest of it while it was in the operating room. And if not, they would send it off, and then I would come back and have to take out the rest if it was positive. So anyway, after a few months of all the testing and all of that, we ended up scheduling the surgery. And whenever I woke up, I asked my husband what had happened, and he began to cry, which I knew that wasn't a good sign. And he was like, "They didn't tell you?" And I said, "No." And he was like, "It was cancer, and they had to remove the entire thyroid." Well, being told that you have cancer at 23 years old is shocking, to say the least, and having no clue what the journey is going to entail. So it was a long road ahead. The type of cancer that I have is papillary, and the radiation that we do is different than normal radiation that most people think of. So you have to be in isolation. You have to take a radioactive pill, and then you have to go and be quarantined because I'm radioactive and I can, hurt other people's thyroid. So I can't be around people for, the first time was 7 days. And so I had to go and stay with someone else, and my kids had to leave, and it was a really hard time. Like I said, my baby was 3 months old when I found out. I had surgery when she was 5 months old, and then radiation soon after that. So I knew that she was going to be my last baby, but it was just super hard, just kind of having to be forced into stopping nursing and, just not being able to take care of her the way that I wanted to, knowing that she was my last baby and just everything happening at the same time. So fast forward about 5 years from that, I was, seeing my endocrinologist, and had a specialist finally, because I didn't at first. And they found a couple of new spots, and he did do a biopsy, and we found out that there were some new spots that had come up. So he sent me to a surgeon, and he was like, "We need to take this out. It's in your lymph nodes now, and we don't know how far it has spread." So we set up a surgery, had that removed. There was a few different lymph nodes that they had to take out. And that time they were able to use the old scar incision and kind of just go a little bit farther over and take that out. Then I had to repeat the radiation again, which had to be more aggressive because it was in my lymph nodes. So so the radiation quarantine process was about 10 days that time. And the kids were older and they were in school, and so I left and I went and stayed with some friends that were super nice enough to let me stay in their basement with my own bathroom and bedroom and all that, so I was away from people. And it was just a really trying time. And I found Beachbody soon after that, and I really started just taking control of my health and trying to be a fighter in this, and not let it define me, but actually let this be my platform and let me be able to share my story with other people in a bigger way, and just show them that you don't have to give up, that you can fight, and you can do your best every single day to be stronger, to be healthier, and to inspire other people, no matter what their journey is or what they're suffering from. It doesn't have to be cancer, but everybody has struggles and everybody has a journey. And so I just want to show up and let people know that you don't have to just roll over and take what the doctors say and gain the weight that they say you're supposed to, or have the weakness or have the muscles that are messed up and not be able to gain strength and things like that. I wasn't okay with someone telling me this is what's going to happen. Like, I was like, no, this isn't what's going to happen. I'm going to make sure that I fight and help it to be better. And so, anyway, that was 5 years after the first time. And then just less than 2 years after that, which was this past March, I went back again because, you know, I go every 3 to 6 months or whatever. And I went, and there was a couple of spots that he had been watching for a while, and we were about to move. And so he was like, because we're military, and he was like, do you want me to go ahead and biopsy them since it's been here for a while? We can see what's going on. And I was like, yes, because I'm about to move and I just need to know. And so he biopsied them, and within just a couple of minutes, really, I mean, I had barely left the hospital, and 30 minutes later my doctor's calling and he's like, the cancer is back again. And it floored me. My husband was gone. He'd already moved to our new location, and I was driving home alone, and I just had a breakdown. And I was like, 3 times, like, I just couldn't understand how this was happening again. And so, you know, a month later we went to the same surgeon, and he was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this just might be something that just keeps coming back. This is kind of, after 3 times, it kind of just determines if you're going to keep having it or not. You know, every couple of years it can just keep coming back. Each time is more aggressive. It does not run in my family. I am very young, and it just is no thyroid issues in my family whatsoever. But anyway, so I'm telling a really fast story on this, but so whenever I saw my surgeon, he was like, I'm going to try to use the old incision again, but I might have to go up higher. And after doing some intensive testing, they found out that it had gone higher. And so whenever I found out at surgery right before, this was like the day after my birthday in April, we went back, and I woke up and I didn't know what to expect, but it ended up going up behind my ear and down. You can see the new scar and then across. So this is the old one for the first 2, and then this is this one. So it did severe damage to my shoulder and my neck, and I had to go to physical therapy. I could not lift even a pound. I had to go to physical therapy for months. I was super weak. I was just in a really dark place, but because of my healthy eating, it helped me to stay healthier and stronger. And then I just slowly started working my workouts in, doing what I could when I could. And just those little steps each day made me stronger and stronger. And I ended up just stopping going to physical therapy and being able to do it on my own, because my workouts at home were actually better than what I was doing at physical therapy. And so anyway, I just share this to show you that anything is possible, and you don't have to just roll over and just think that, okay, well, this is my life. Like, you can fight, you can be strong, you have this platform, and everybody has a story, and everybody can inspire, and it doesn't have to be some grand thing, but you know, do it for you, do it for your accountability, do it for your strength, do it to help others. And I just hope that my story, in a nutshell that was super fast, kind of inspires you and helps you to decide to push forward. All right, bye.